Chat. Right now, what we are embarking on is probably the I ain't gonna lie, what we are embarking on is quite the journey, because I know that the fandom will tell me that this is not good enough. And just like the title of this video, this is a good enough summary. Hold on. Let me turn off my camera real quick so you all can see what I'm looking at. A good enough summary of the Kingdom Hearts. A good enough summary of Kingdom Hearts. I've never played Kingdom Hearts growing up. I've had friends, I've had my brothers who have all played Kingdom Hearts. I personally could never get into Kingdom Hearts. I don't know why. And I don't know why I'm interested in learning about it now, but it is something I definitely do want to know about, because I know just knowing about it isn't enough. And one day I do hope to bring to the other channel, to my main channel, some gameplay of Kingdom Hearts, because recently on my TikTok, bro, I've been getting them Kingdom Hearts edits, and them shits been hitting different. Them Sora edits, and damn, you see, I don't really know my stuff, but them Sora edits be hitting different. What's my man's with the white hair? Hold on, I gotta look. Hold on. Kingdom Hearts white hair guy. Not Sephiroth, right? I think that's his name. Is that his name? Am I bugging, or is that Final Fantasy? Damn, there's... How many white colored hairs people are there? There's 6. There's... Oh, Roxas! I've been seeing mad Roxas edits on my TikTok page, and I don't know if I'm just depressed, but I'm not. I swear to God.
You know, I always figured I was better at stuff than you.
Really?
Are you mad?
No, I kinda always thought you were better at everything too. Like wanting to be like you.
But dumb shit's been... Wait, let me make sure. No, not Roxas. Roxas is blonde. Pardon me. Hold on. Wait. Riku. There you go. Riku edits. I've been seeing Riku edits. That's what I've been seeing. And again, like I said, I don't know if it's because I'm depressed, but I'm not depressed, man. Like, they've been going hard on it, and some of the quotes are fire. So, with that said, let's get into this. Let's learn about some Kingdom Hearts lore and enjoy the ride, because I know I am.
Welcome to a good enough summary of Kingdom Hearts. I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 and like a third of Kingdom Hearts 2, but I've always been fascinated by the series. I mean, what does any of this mean? So I sat down with this good boy Gam, and he explained everything to me for 7 hours.
See? That's why I can't do it, bro. But I'm trying. Please inform me.
All right. Okay. And now I'm going to explain everything to you in slightly less time. Please treat any non-accuracy as a true game word. But before we plunge headfirst into the terror that awaits us, there's some stuff you just gotta accept about the world of Kingdom Hearts. 1. Hearts are not literally hearts. They're kinda like a person's soul, but more like their emotional soul, I guess. 2. Light equals good and dark equals bad, and these are not metaphor, they're tangible forces within the universe. 3. If you lose your heart, or it's overcome by darkness, it turns into one of these little guys called a heartless. 4. A body without a heart is an empty husk that turns into one of these slithery dudes, a nobody. Okay? So you lose your heart, you create both a heartless and a nobody. Simple enough.
Okay, so we got it. We got the construct of understanding what it means. Heartless and nobody. Got it.
Enough. 5. If you're strong-willed enough, your husk turns into a special kind of nobody that looks like you and can talk and stuff. Okay, sure, fine, why not? 6. If both the heartless and nobody are destroyed, the original person is made whole again. And whole people are called somebodies. Just... I know.
That's
7.
confusing.
There's Disney and Final Fantasy characters everywhere. And retcons. 8. This is more of a personal note, but I find it easier to take this all into...
I truly feel like the community I'm about to face is probably going to be one of the most toxic yet loving communities I will probably ever face in my life trying to learn about this game.
You consider
Cause what I do know is Kingdom Hearts fans go hard for Kingdom Hearts. Like, they get pissed off about all the other Kingdom Hearts games and like the different like continuities of the game and like all the different retcons, like he said. Cause I know that the DS games really pissed a lot of people off, but it really made a lot of people happy. So it's like you can't really please the Kingdom Hearts community the way you want to. I don't know if I'm wrong. Let me know what you guys think.
it more of an avant-garde interactive art piece than a traditional narrative. Okay, let's dive in. Mickey, take the wheel! Kingdom Hearts 1. We start in Destiny Islands, and if you think that name is heavy-handed now, just you wait. There's a bunch of kids running around, but we only care about 3 of them. Sora, the plucky one, Riku, the angsty one, and Kairi, the milquetoast girl with no discernible personality traits whatsoever.
Damn, Sakura.
Despite having their own cluster of islands to call their own, these kids decide it's not enough and build a raft to go on their own adventures. But suddenly, shroop, a big old portal opens up and Heartless start pouring out. Sora tries to fight them and is absolutely useless until shwee, a keyblade suddenly appears in his hand, and he's all like, nice. Now, keyblades aren't just big keys. Well, I mean,
that's what I thought they were.
They're also big metaphorical keys. They can destroy darkness and repair worlds and just generally do whatever the developers need them to do at that moment. And also, they're sort of like Harry Potter wands, where they choose their master, kinda. So Sora beats the crap out of some Heartless, and then Riku's like, dude, this evil portal is totally sweet. And Sora's like, I don't know, man, that looks like a bad time. And Riku's like, I'm gonna go through there. Nope. You should come too. Nuh-uh. Okay then. Yeah. I'll just, nope. Here I go. You should not. Through the spooky portal. And then everything explodes, and Sora goes flying, and Kairi sort of phases through Sora. Yeah, that's a little weird. Elsewhere, Mickey Mouse, yes, Mickey Mouse, did I stutter? It's like, I gotta go, see you later, huh? Donald and Goofy are like, you what? You're the king. You can't just find the Keyblade wielder. Bye-bye. I don't understand what's happening. So after exploding and flying through space for a while, Sora wakes up in this strange city with bumpin' music called Traverse Town. He meets up with Donald and Goofy, who are like, is that a Keyblade? And Sora's like, don't touch it. Meanwhile, Riku gracefully emerges from his creepy portal thing and meets up with Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, and she's like, Riku, you should totally join me. Look, Sora doesn't even care about you anymore. He has new friends now. And Riku's like, these vibes I'm getting from you are definitely trustworthy. So Sora teams up with Dobbled and Goombi so they can find
Dobbled
their
and
friends.
Goombi.
They travel through a bunch of Disney worlds that literally do not matter whatsoever.
That's crazy.
It's fine if you want to hang out with the adorable little teacup from Beauty and the Beast, and this guy over here, Chub play the tub, fine, but it does not matter to the story. Eventually they wind up at a big old castle called Hollow Bastion. Riku pops up and Sora's like, Riku, my friend, after being separated for so long, I have finally found you. And Riku's like, girl, that Keyblade's only been hanging out with you to make me jealous. And Keyblade-chan zwoops on over to Riku-kun. Oh, Scoots, says Sora. Well, it doesn't matter. With Donald and Goofy at my side, we can't... our allegiance is with the Keyblade, not you, so... Then Sora has a mopey road trip with Beast from Beauty and the Beast until they discover this super spooky room with a giant keyhole and a bunch of sleeping Disney princesses. Riku's in the corner with Keyblade-chan going, oh yeah? And then what did he say? Oh girl, he did not. Wow, what a creep, ha ha ha. But then Sora delivers this badass monologue about friendship and hearts and stuff, and Keyblade-chan gets all flustered and tsundere and zwoops back on over to Sora, and he's all, nice. Riku goes, oh yeah, well at least I still have Ansem, and Sora's like, who's Ansem? And Riku's like, this super evil dude that's possessing me. He was also like totally pulling Maleficent strings or whatever. And she's like, it be like that though. And Sora goes, you what, mate? And also, Kairi has been drooling face down in the corner this whole time.
This video is the equivalent to like brain rot for Kingdom Hearts fans.
But nobody knows because it's just that boring. Beast, who's been awkwardly in the room this whole time, points her out, and after a few minutes, they remember who she is. Kairi, cries Sora. Riku drones on for a while about how Kairi's the last princess Ansem needs for his evil scheme. And also remember when Destiny Islands blew up and Kairi went zzzz through Sora? Yeah, her heart has been inside of Sora this whole time. Sora goes, ew, OMG, and commits Sudoku with his Keyblade. This frees Kairi's heart and revives her. Yay! This also frees Sora's heart, so he's a Heartless now. Boom. But Kairi's like, bibbidi bobbidi deus ex machina, bitch. And Sora turns back to normal, which contradicts everything we understand about how any of this works.
You see, this is like the frustrating part. You know what? I'm just gonna keep it.
Fine. Ansem sees all this and is like, seriously, like, I checked the wiki and they used the word somehow. Whatever, I'm outie, peace. And Sora follows him to Destiny Islands, but now it's all destroyed, so it's Deprestiny Islands. Ansem and Sora have a good old-fashioned anime showdown. You know, Sora believes in himself, Ansem turns into a boat, and the player mashes X a lot until Ansem is like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna open the door to Kingdom Hearts, which is the source of all hearts, and it's all darkness in there and stuff. I love darkness. Check out my tattoo. And Sora's like, all right, fine, open it, you dollar store goth, and sort of fumbles with his Oakleys for a moment because guess what it's like? Ansem is all, curses, foiled, bingus bongus, and he explodes. Sora tries to close the door to Kingdom Hearts, but he can't. Oh no. Until guess what? Riku. Wait, how is he in there? And guess what? Mickey. Why? Wait, where's his shirt? Remember this, it's important, I swear, do not forget. Riku and Mickey help close the door from the inside, and bingus bongus bablamo. All the broken worlds go back to normal, and everybody returns to Destiny Islands, and Sora is like, okay, I'll be back, I gotta go save Riku and Mickey. And Kairi just kinda stands there because she has no agency and is barely a character. Chain of Memories. 5 minutes later, Sora is walking down a road with Dorbald and Goblin when a hooded figure arrives and mumbles something about mysteries. They continue down the path and arrive at Castle Oblivion. Ooh. Sora works his way through the castle and meets a whole bunch of creepy figures that dramatically take off their hoods to reveal their sweet, sweet anime hair. There's Larxene and Marluxia and Axel and Lexius and Zexion and Vexen, also known as all the sweet LiveJournal blogs used to follow in middle school. They take turns showing up to do something mysterious and then Sora blows them up. Except Axel, he survives because he had the biggest anime hair of them all. Meanwhile, Sora's losing his memories. Oh no! The further he moves into the castle, the more his real memories get replaced by fake memories. He starts remembering this girl who kinda looks like Kairi, but she's not. She's got different hair and almost a personality. Her name is Naminé. And Sora's like, I don't remember anything else, so I better find this Naminé. She seems important and was along for our adventures this whole time. Also, I kinda feel like I wanna give her a smooch. A few games of poker later, Sora finally reaches Naminé, and she's like, yeah, I stole all your memories. You have to take a nap so I can restore them, but you'll forget everything from this game. You won't even remember me. But Sora's already asleep in this big old fancy pod. Durlap and Gruff share the economy class pod, and they deserve it for wasting all the health potions. You had one job! Meanwhile, Riku and Mickey just kinda leave Kingdom Hearts. Riku takes the wake up floating in a void option, then teleports into Castle Oblivion cause... He ventures through the castle but doesn't lose his memories because Naminé only got eyes for Sora, know what I mean? He meets a bunch of those hooded weirdos, which, by the way, all belong to a group/cult called Organization 13, more on that in a bit, and later runs into a clone of himself. Riku's like, whoa, it's a clone of me, sweet. And the clone is like, no, you're the clone, my name is Replica Riku, and wait a minute, why is Replica in my name? So Riku kicks him a few times and Replica Riku explodes. Then Riku bumps into this red mummy named Diz, and he's like, don't worry about me for now. Actually, don't worry about any of this. You got like 5 games to go before things start to make sense. And then Mickey hops on Riku's back and is like, well, I'm gonna help you control your darkness better. Let's go. And that's about it for Chain of Memories. The next game is Kingdom Hearts 2, which starts with not Sora, but with this guy, Roxas. To find out what his deal is, we need to first check out 358 over 2 days. That title. So, okay, again, remember when Sora had a Sudoku and released Kairi's heart and turned himself into a heartless? That also created Sora's nobody, who wakes up in Twilight Town one day all boopity boopity, where the poopity am I? He's found by this weirdo named Xemnas, who's like, welcome to
That just blew my mind. So, since he basically committed seppuku. Okay.
Organization 13, here's your spooky cloak and how to infuriatingly speak in riddles guide. Also, your name is Roxas. Xemnas introduces Roxas to the rest of the Breakfast Club. Luxord, Demix, Syx, Zaldin, Zigbar, remember him for later, and hey, we know these guys. This game takes place at the same time as Chain of Memories, so you got some characters going back and forth between the two. It's super. Roxas goes on adventures around Disney World and becomes best buds with one organization member in particular, Axel. They eat ice cream and just totally brought. It's super cute. Then Xemnas is like, yo, some stuff is going down at Castle Oblivion, who's in? And a bunch of Organization 13 members head over there, including Axel, and then that ties in the Chain of Memories. Then a new character pops up, the 14th member of Organization 13. What? Her name is Xion, and she's like, I'm weird, I don't know who I am. And for good reason. Turns out she's... Let me just check my notes here. A replica of Sora created by Xemnas using the memories Naminé took.
Okay. Replica, Sora. I could just let him explain it.
from Sora as a failsafe in case Roxas ended up not going along with Xemnas' crazy schemes. And thanks to Naminé, some of Sora's memories wound up in Roxas too. So Xion pieces out in an attempt to save us all from having to understand what's going on, but Xemnas captures her and reprograms her to make her attack Roxas. Because if Xion defeats Roxas, then Sora will never be able to get his memories back. Oh! But Roxas defeats Xion and she's like, "Cough, Sputter, you gotta merge with Sora and defeat Xemnas." And Roxas is like, "What's a Sora? Is that a type of ice cream?" But before she can reply, she porfs into Roxas. Dang. Riku shows up because, sure, why not? And he's like, "Okay, Roxas, time to go back to Sora." And Roxas is like, "I don't wanna. Also, whom's this Sora?" And Riku's like, "Fine, sit inside this computer simulation until you cool off." And Roxas is like, "What are any of these words you're saying?" Which leads us to Kingdom Hearts 2. We meet up with Roxas, who's inside a computer simulation of Twilight Town, except he lost most of his memories and doesn't know he's inside a computer. And I mean, we're not supposed to either, because 358 over 2 days released like 4 years after Kingdom Hearts 2, but trust me, it's just easier to understand this way. So Roxas has his weird summer break and eats lots of ice cream and experiences a bunch of brain freezes and glitches in the Matrix until one day Axel shows up. And he's all like, "Roxas, you're in a computer, I'm your friend." And Roxas is like, "What's a computer?" Then he meets Naminé, who goes, "You're Sora's nobody." And Roxas is like, "Whoa, what's a nobody?" He doesn't understand what's going on, but that's okay because neither do we. He finally runs into Diz, who goes, "Look, just merge with Sora and everything will be cool." And Roxas goes, "Okay, but there better be ice cream there." So he absorbs out of the computer and into Sora, and Sora finally wakes up with all of his memories back. Minus everything that happened in Chain of Memories. And I guess Dallas and Gommet wake up too, whatever. Mickey, now in a badass hoodie, sends them off to meet the wizard, a wonderful wizard named Yen Sid. And he looks like this. Yen Sid goes, "First of all, those outfits have to go. Zippers are out, belts are in. Second, you need your driver's license. Go visit more Disney Worlds." So they visit some more merchandising opportunities and keep bumping into Maleficent, now joined by Pete and a bunch of those Organization 13 weirdos. They just don't quit, do they? At one point, there's a battle with 1,000,000,000,000 Heartless, and Goofy gets hit by a boulder and dies. Yeah, he's dead. Hengus Bunger, you're 6 feet under. Somewhere in all this mess, we get a big ol' exposition dump. A while ago, there was a nice bearded man named Ansem the Wise, who was a man of science. Or the Kingdom Hearts equivalent of science, because this guy was researching hearts and light and wrote his dissertation on feeling good and having friends. Now, Ansem the Wise had an apprentice by the name of Xehanort, who let his heart get consumed by darkness because he's a weirdo. This created Xehanort's Heartless, which confusingly decided to call itself Ansem. Psst, this was the bad guy in Kingdom Hearts 1, not Wise Ansem. They're completely different people. And Xehanort's Nobody, which called itself Xemnas. Hey, we know that guy. Meanwhile, Kairi's standing exactly where Sora left her on Destiny Islands, but somehow in a new outfit, when Axel swoops in and kidnaps her. He wants his buddy Roxas back, and he's not gonna let Organization 13 boss him around no more. Oh no siree. But he instantly sacrifices himself so Sora can jump through a portal to the world that never was. Sora's like, "How can I be in a place that never was when it clearly currently is?" But just then a mysterious figure emerges. It's Ansem, but no, it's Riku. It's Riku, but he looks like Ansem? Okie dokie. Sora goes on a heart unlocking spree until Diz appears, and he's like, "You think that I'm a mummy now? Here's a surprise. Feast your eyes on my disguise."
What is going on?
Wise. The bad guys are conspiring to make their own Kingdom Hearts, but they forgot a little something that's right, my looks and my smarts. I'm gonna use this pewter here to digitize the skies. You better idolize and recognize I'm Ansem the Wise. Sora, Donald, Goofy, Riku, Mickey, and Kairi. I bid you all adieu because my computer is backfiring. So Diz's computer explodes, which causes Diz to disappear, and for some reason also turns Riku back to normal. Xemnas is all, "My beautiful plan ruined, etc., etc., let us fight." Sora and Riku hold hands and prepare for a good old-fashioned anime showdown. Sora believes in himself, Xemnas turns into a boat, and the player mashes X a lot, and sometimes triangle, until Xemnas is defeated. Everyone winds up back on Destiny Islands because sure, whatever. And Naminé's there too, and she's like, "Hey Kairi, nice to meet you, I'm your nobody." And Kairi stares into the middle distance. Yeah, so everything ties back to the moment Sora released his and Kairi's hearts. Either it's poetic in its simplicity or stupid in its stupidity, I don't know. This moment should have created 2 heartlesses and at least 1 nobody, because Kairi's heart isn't really connected to her body at this point. But Kairi is a princess of heart, meaning she has 0 darkness in her heart, so she doesn't create a heartless. She does create a nobody, but she has no body for it to form from. So while Sora is busy splitting off into his heartless and his nobody, Kairi's nobody, Namine, is created from Kairi's heart and Sora's body, which explains why she was able to meddle with his memories and whatnot. So to sum it up, I don't know. I said up front this thing was filled with retcons, right? Sora goes, oh yeah, Roxas has been kinda rumbly lately. You okay, little fella? So Sora and Roxas share a ghost hug, and Kairi and Namine are chill, I guess. Oh, and Goofy recovers from being dead. But then a letter washes up on the shore with that dang old Mickey Mouse insignia on it. What do you want now, you creep? Diddly diddly diddly. 10 years earlier, we got these 3 sweet pieces of anime hair. Aqua, Terra, and Ventus. Weirdly, Ventus looks a lot like Roxas, like identical. I mean, I know compared to Dozenkrantz and Goofenstern over here, Roxas and Sora look a lot alike, but trust me, Roxas resembles this guy, Ventus. For reasons. The 3 of them are being trained by Master Ericus to become Keyblade Masters. Ventus is too young and spunky, so he has to wait while Aqua and Terra take their final test, the Mark of Mastery. Also, we're in this place, the Land of Departure. Aqua passes and she's all like, neat. But Terra fails because he's got too much angsty darkness and Spencer's coupons inside his heart.
So
and
bro's
Ericus takes
basically
one look and goes,
Riku.
Girl, get yourself sorted out. Meanwhile, in a fancy
Bro's
land
basically
for
Riku
fancy
then.
lads called Radiant Garden, Ansem the Wise is researching how hearts work and stuff. He's got some test tubes and like a computer, and he's going, oh yes, interesting. And he's surrounded by all of his hot anime friends who kinda look familiar. There's also a little girl here named Kairi who's got no personality. Look at her go. Elsewhere, Aqua and Terra pop out of a portal on Destiny Islands, because of course they do. They meet these 2 little babbies named Sora and Riku. Terra walks over and is like, ew, this one is totally giving me Ventus vibes. Hey kid, now you know how to use a Keyblade. You won't remember this when you're older. And Riku dribbles on himself. Also, Kairi comes over from Radiant Garden and Aqua maybe teaches her how to use a Keyblade? Ventus is wandering alone by himself somewhere when this hot piece of action rolls up on a motorcycle and is like, remember me? And Ventus is like, nope. And Hot Stuff takes off his helmet and is like, how about now? And Ventus is like, sorry, I only know one other dude with yellow eyes. Wait! Turns out Ventus forgot a whole bunch of stuff that was super important. Before he was being trained by Master Ericus, his master was this objectively evil-looking dude with yellow eyes named Master Xehanort. How about that? Xehanort was trying to get Ventus to unleash the darkness in his heart to summon this all-powerful Keyblade called the Keyblade. That's the Greek letter key. But Ventus was like, I don't wanna, I'm a good boy, look at my badge. And Xehanort's like, fine, I'll just take your darkness myself.
Wait, did that say
Badge. And
shonen boy? Grade A, certified good shonen boy.
He's like, fine, I'll just take your darkness myself. And goes shoobly bop, sucks the darkness out of Ventus's heart and makes Motorcycle Man, also known as Vanitas. Oh, and he looks exactly like an evil Sora, but just don't think about it, it's fine. Flashback over.
There's way too many like different variations of like different characters, but it's not even like a parallel world kind of thing. It's like all in one version of so many different things. This is why I could not get into this shit.
Ventus is like, oh yeah, I remember. And Vanitas is like,
but here I am trying my best.
Cool, we gotta fight. Meet me at the Keyblade graveyard.
okay, so long ago there were tons of Keyblade wielders and they all fought over the Keyblade in this epic war, and now
It's giving Gilgamesh with the many swords.
all that's left is a bunch of keys in the ground. But Ventus knows all this and just goes, okay. Meanwhile, Terra's getting super moody and kills Master Ericus. Ericus is like, why, my pupil? And Terra's like, I don't know, Gam didn't go over this part in detail, but I'm assuming darkness? Then everyone piles into the minivan and heads on over to the Keyblade graveyard for their big anime fight. And you know it's serious because nobody turns into a boat. Ventus versus Vanitas, Terra versus Xehanort, who's like, hello, and Aqua versus this dude who you might recognize better like this, but he doesn't have his cool eye patch and scar yet. Named Breg. Xehanort is like,
I'll have the keyblade, not keyblade, and with that I'll control Kingdom Hearts.
and Terra's like, nuh-uh, no siree, stop right there, Mr. Bister. And everyone starts fighting. Aqua beats up Braig, and he's like, now I look cooler. Ventus and Vanitas fuse, which sorta creates the keyblade for a second, but then it explodes. And then Ventus explodes. He's just asleep, but his heart goes swoosh over to Destiny Islands to go live in Sora's heart and heal up. Sure, okay. Aqua takes Ventus's blown up body back to the land of departure. She goes, okay, Ventus, I'm the only one who knows you're here. Have a good nap now, pat pat. She returns just in time to see Xehanort possessing Terra, forming Terra Xehanort, or Terranort for short. A while back, Xehanort was like,
I'm getting old. I can possess someone using the darkness in their heart. That's a neat trick.
also, psst, this is what Norting is. Aqua goes, I am not about this, and fights and defeats Terranort. But Terranort's all like,
Ha ha ha, not so fast.
and uses his keyblade to unlock his heart, which traps Aqua in the realm of darkness and gives Terranort amnesia because we didn't have enough tropes on our plate already. Sure, throw some amnesia to the mix. Terranort
I was
just
thinking the same thing in my head. I'm just like, yo, how many people are gonna keep losing their memories?
calling himself Xehanort now, becomes an apprentice to Ansem the Wise, and then much later gets his memories back, and goes on to create his heartless Ansem, this one, not that one, and his nobody Xemnas. Now we can return to the present in Recoded. Well, not quite the present. Sometime
Oh my
after defeating
God!
Xemnas, before Mickey's letter arrives at Destiny Islands, Jiminy Cricket is hanging out with Mickey. You see, throughout Sora's many adventures, he's been accompanied by Jiminy, who's been documenting everything that happens. Like, today, Sora spent 15 minutes staring at a bowl of oatmeal. Jiminy's about to turn in his homework to Mickey when he notices some cryptic messages he didn't write, like some Cure lyrics or something. Chip and Dale digitize the journal and create a digital copy of Sora, Data Sora, to fight the bugs that are corrupting the data, and I don't know, hacking hijinks ensue? Pete and Maleficent are there, some C-tier Disney properties show up, Jiminy's journal appears and turns into Riku. It's just whatever. The journal is restored, and Data Nominee reaches out to Data Sora and is like, hey, you got a whole lot of business jellying up your jam ram. You got Roxas inside of you, and like Shion's inside of Roxas, and then there's like Ventus sort of fused with Vanitas. It's just a big ol' awkward inception party in there. It's middle school dance bad. Also, the bugs are a side effect of me messing with Sora's memories, cause Data Sora texts all this to Mickey, who's like, butter my me-shaped muffins, the real Sora's gotta learn about this stat, and writes the letter that then shows up at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. Data Sora goes, what, real Sora? As the computer gets turned off, cause Mickey's got a date with a wizard. Yen Sid goes,
Yo, Xehanort is coming back and we're screwed. We only have one Keyblade Master and you, like, randomly took your shirt off that one time.
and Mickey goes, we'll get to that. What about Sora and Riku? If they become Keyblade Masters and Sora gets his jam unjellied, we might stand a chance. And Yen Sid goes,
Okay, but there's a lot of jelly in his jam. And it smells like peaches.
Dream Drop Distance. In order to become Keyblade Masters, Sora and Riku have to take the Mark of Mastery, the same exam that Terra and Aqua took way back when. But apparently the test is totally arbitrary, and whoever's conducting the exam just does whatever they want, just like real life. Yen Sid charges Sora and Riku with waking all the sleeping hearts of various worlds that have been on a constant roller coaster of exploding and being reformed over the past couple games. They bounce through some Disney worlds and wake people up, but not Sleeping Beauty? Come on, it's a game about waking people. Okay, Gam's telling me there's a reason. Okay, fine. Anyway, remember the rules of the Kingdom Hearts universe? All that stuff about heartless and nobodies and how destroying both restores the original somebody? Yeah, so all those Organization 13 nobodies Sora killed, they're back as their original X-less somebodies. What? Our protagonist wasn't going around murdering people? See, they're fine. Ha ha ha. Also keep it together. Oh. The X in all those nobodies' names isn't an X. It's called the Recusant Sigil, and Xehanort uses it to mark his BFFs and track their location. This even works on clothing, and that's, oh god, that's how they're able to track Sora throughout this game. Because they put an X on his shirt. Woo! Oh,
Bro should have just went shirtless like Mickey.
and then this guy shows up. This is young Xehanort.
I genuinely feel frustration building up in my heart. I'm sorry to you Kingdom Hearts fans. I am. I really am. Genuinely. Listening to this. And he's made this so simple with all the nice, wonderful cartoon animations that he has done. And the doodles. I'm still confused.
Yeah, so now there's time travel in this series. Good! I am over the heart-shaped moon!
That's like the worst.
It really doesn't
Hold
matter.
on. Pause. That's like one of the worst things you can do in a video game, in my personal opinion, if it's not done right, is add time travel. It messes up so much. It retcons so many. It's like Dragon Ball, bro. In the beginning, before everything, like, not even time travel. You know what? I'm not gonna even talk about time travel in Dragon Ball because it was actually done well at the time for what it was with the whole Android saga and everything. It was whatever. You know what I mean? But for something like this with so many people sleeping, so many people losing their memory, like so many people being different variations of somebody. We got nobodies, we got heartless people, like
How time travel works in this universe, and I'm scared to open the wiki again, so here's all of Gam's notes on the matter.
pause. Alright, I'm gonna actually read part of this.
Series good! I am over the heart-shaped moon! Thank you! It really doesn't matter how time travel works in this universe, and I'm scared to open the wiki again. And so here's all of Gam's notes.
Okay, to time travel like Xehanort, did you have to abandon your body and just become a heart or heartless? Because heartless are just essentially hearts corrupted by darkness. This allows you to travel through time apparently. If you have, wait. To time travel like Xehanort, you have to abandon your body and just become a heart or a heartless. Because heartless are essentially hearts corrupted by darkness. Obviously, we went through this. This allows you to travel through time, apparently, if you have assistance. Parentheses, I think that's what it is. Powerful magic in it. It's not just you're a heart now, go back in time travel and kill, I'm not saying his name, or go forward in time and kill, not saying his name, in GTA, or even in real life, because he's a bad person. You can only travel through time if there's a version of you in that time you're going to. You're also unable to travel to the future beyond the present point. Meeting point in the dream drop distance where they tried to Nort Sora. Also, you can't change time, meaning you can't change the future. You're always part of events. You traveling in time is an already determined event in time. You're not breaking time by traveling through it. So it's already predestined. This was bound to happen all along, regardless whether you think you're making a change or not. This was just predestined. You can't change anything. You're a part of everything. What damn, this is why I hate time travel. What is what was supposed to be. Once you finish time traveling and return to where you started, you forget everything that happened when you traveled in time to prevent foresight and such. Okay, so this is how Ansem traveled in time and got DDD all started. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I can read this. I can read this. I can genuinely read this out loud. I don't care to read this out loud.
How time travel works.
I don't care to reread this out loud. So hold on, we're gonna read this because this is fairly quick because I genuinely want to know this.
On the matter.
Okay, so Xehanort took control of shit in Radiant Garden and fucked everyone over and spilt himself into Ansem and Zenmus. His heartless Ansem is able to travel through time because he's just the corrupted heart. He's not Ansem. So essentially he can travel at will since he's already heartless and he just has darkness. He's not Ansem, seeker of darkness just yet, as he becomes that after he possesses Riku in Kingdom Hearts 1. So that's the Ansem that possessed Riku's body and essentially fought Sora. I'm guessing, right? If like I'm jotting that down like good, because I'm not actually writing this down if I'm spitting that factually. And give him the ability to travel through time without having to be heart or heartless, but still follow the same rules stated above about having someone already there and not remembering anything after. So since he was essentially already there in time, he was able to travel back, but he forgot his memory once he essentially took over his body. He is tasked by Ansem to get the version of himself and those vessels loyal to Xehanort to gather in present day dream drop distance time. They can all travel through time without being just a heart now, because young Xehanort has that assistance given to him and shares it with them, because in his past timeline he does become a heart and time travels, so he's able to without becoming a heart in the past. It's confusing, I know, but it does make sense on some level. Okay, so I'm understanding everything now. So basically Xehanort fucked everything up and basically split himself, essentially like we're seeing up here, into Ansem and Zenmus, and then he basically took over Riku's body, then lost, and since he's still technically, like, when he went poof, he technically never really disappeared. It was like he was already supposed to happen. Okay, so also Sora and Riku are able to travel through time because they both became hearts in Kingdom Hearts. Sora releasing his heart when he Senpuku/Sudoku'd himself, his heart, and Riku doing the fuckery with Ansem, etc. The reason they are, okay, he spelling check there, THERE, oh no, I'm slow. Pardon me. I'm over here trying to correct him. No, he had that right. I just read it wrong. I'm type dyslexic, so pardon me. They're there, Kingdom Hearts 1 selves in dream drop distance while in the realm of sleep is because Yensid, aka Walt Sid, Yensid, because that would technically be Walt Disney backwards. Yeah. Yensid sent them back in time to their Kingdom Hearts 1 selves at the point where the Destiny Islands were being consumed by darkness, because that's the only true way to access the realm of sleep.
Basically,
Copy.
at some point, evil Ansem went back to Destiny Islands where Xehanort grew up because
I had to read that.
Okay, because everyone's from there. He met the young lad and was like, "Here's some going back."
So old
in
Xehanort.
time
This is
potion.
old. This is
Go
the old
round
man.
up all the Xehanorts because we going hard. Because okay, Xehanort's Heartless was killed in Kingdom Hearts 1, and his Nobody was killed in Kingdom Hearts 2, which means Xehanort's somebody is back and ready to crack some skulls. And wait, why does he look like creepy old man Xehanort, not Terranort? I thought I understood how this worked. Oh, I'm doing my best. Oh, but
Trust
now
me,
we
bro,
learn
reading
about
that just fucked
Xehanort's
me up.
ultimate master plan. In Birth by Sleep, he wanted the Keyblade in order to control Kingdom Hearts. But the Keyblade exploded, and conveniently it likes to explode into 20 pieces. 7 light and 13 dark. Xehanort is all,
Grr, I want those shards.
like he's the villain in a cereal commercial or something. Originally, he planned for the 7 light pieces to come from the so-called 7 princesses of heart. Snow White, Cinderella, Alice, Aurora, Belle, Jasmine, and Kairi. This is all the business with the princess pods and hollow
And
bastion
Kairi.
back in Kingdom Hearts 1. But the 7 light pieces could also be the 7 guardians of light. Mickey, Sora, Riku, Ventus, Aqua, Terra, maybe Kairi. It's not really clear right
Goofy.
now. Meanwhile, the 13 dark pieces are a little harder to come by. We got a couple bad eggs bumbling about, but 13? Not quite. So Xehanort, being the rational person he is, decided to essentially create 12 copies of himself by putting the little Nort into all these nobodies, which together would then act as the 13 dark pieces needed to form the Keyblade. This is why Xehanort created Organization 13. His plan was to Nort each of the members so he'd have his 13 dark pieces, but instead they thought for themselves.
What the fuck is going on?
And we're like, what the heck, dude? And also, Sora killed everybody, so way to go, Sora. He also tried having 2 of the members be as heartless and nobody, which is totally cheating. Xehanort, being the rational person he is, decided,
Hey, that's a good point. What am I doing norting unwilling people? I'll just find people who want to be me. Like, me.
So that's why he sent Ansem to seek out young Xehanort in the past. He's making a new Organization 13 out of some time-traveling Xehanorts and a bunch of other friends called the, wait for it, real Organization 13.
And they're just all versions of bro.
They should have called it the Super Excited to be Xehanort Club. So Xehanort gathers himself, young Xehanort, Ansem, Xemnas, Xigbar, and Saix, who are part of the old Organization 13 but apparently just can't get enough of that Nort juice, and 6 other shadowy figures that'll almost certainly get revealed in Kingdom Hearts 3. They're probably like time-traveling goofies or something. Oh, yuck. But wait, I hear you counting on your fingers. That only makes 12. Yes, they're 1 short. So Xehanort decides the 13th Nort shall be Sora. He kidnaps Sora because I guess Goofus and Dalent do literally nothing all day and is about to Nort Sora super good when Lee dives in and saves the day. Psst, Lee is Axel's somebody and he only really cares about Roxas and Xion, but Sora will have to do. Xehanort goes,
Drat, I'd kidnap you again, but we're all out of our going back in time potion. Until next time when the 7 and 13 are destined to fight and summon the Keyblade in Kingdom Hearts 3.
And all the Xehanorts disappear. For now. Riku and Sora go back to Yen Sid and they're like, wow, the whole universe was at stake. Glad we got out of that one. Hoo-wee, I almost forgot we were taking a test, haha. And Yen Sid goes,
Riku, you passed. Good job. Sora, you almost got Norted. You fail.
And Sora goes, Nort again. All the characters laugh and credits roll. Wait, we're not done yet. 2 quick games to go. Union Cross. Long ago, I mean like long ago, all the worlds were connected and it was the age of fairy tales. In this harsh on the eyeballs place called Daybreak
This has to be
Town,
like
there was this guy
a
called the
mega
Master
prequel
of Masters,
to the game.
who wore a sweet hood and trench like the Organization dudes, and he wrote this book of prophecies with the help of his Keyblade No Name, which can see into the future, but only the future it's actually around for, like in the same room. Look, it's got a magic creepy eyeball. So the Master of Masters goes to his 6 apprentices and is like, hey guys, I'm gonna peace out. Here, you carry No Name around to pass it down through the generations for no particular future sight related reason, and this box, don't open it. And the rest of you get a signed copy of my book. You're welcome. But little did the apprentices know, he gave each of them a slightly different copy of the Book of Prophecies. They read their books and learn there's a traitor amongst them, but not really. The apprentices scatter to the winds like dandelions and create their own little groups that learn to use Keyblades. Years and years pass, these groups all end up fighting in the Keyblade War and shattering the Keyblade into 20 pieces, and yeah, there's some of your backstory, I guess. Look,
Yeah,
this
that's what I
is a
said, it's like a
browser/mobile
prequel.
game. Don't worry about it too much. Like, maybe you should know Ventus and Marluxia's somebody are leaders of 2 of these groups, and there's these things called Darklings that are heartless, born from Keyblade wielders. There's a Darkling on the box for Kingdom Hearts 3 right about yeah. But seriously, if any of this is relevant in Kingdom
I ain't
Hearts
gonna lie, that's a hard ass cover.
box for Kingdom Hearts 3
That is a fire ass cover. Look at how that Darkling is just like toying with that star. That's fire. That's hard. This is hard. Look at Mickey. Mickey swear he got aura.
right about yeah. But seriously, if
Who
any
does
of
he
this
think
is
he
relevant
is?
in Kingdom Hearts
Oh,
3,
wait,
I'm
he's
sure
Mickey
they'll
Mouse.
provide context for it like the competent writers they are. And,
They don't.
focus. These games have no focus. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage. That's the sound of my soul escaping my body. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by... Hey, you know what? Let's just call it No for short. Acts as a kind of prequel sequel that sets some things up for Kingdom Hearts 3. You play as Aqua, picking up right after the events of Birth by Sleep, where she was trapped in the realm of darkness by Xehanort. She wanders around some Disney world swallowed up by darkness, fights her doppelganger, Phantom Aqua, and finds Ventus and Terra, but they're not actually there. She's just lonely. She fights some shadow monsters and ends up falling even deeper into darkness, but eventually runs into Riku and Mickey. Because, yeah, even though her story took place 10 years before Kingdom Hearts...
She ended up in the light with Riku and Mickey when they closed the door.
Time is super janky in the realm of darkness.
That's what I'm gonna guess.
Sure is convenient if you're a writer and want to get your prequel character into the present story.
Aqua fends off the darkness while Riku and Mickey close the door from the
See?
end of Kingdom Hearts
Not
1,
bugging.
and Mickey literally loses his shirt just to preserve continuity. There's no other reason.
What a guy! What a guy!
The door is successfully closed. Hooray! Except Aqua is still trapped in darkness. Feces. Elsewhere, Yen Sid is like,
Sora, not only did you fail my super simple exam, but your brush with getting Norted actually left you Metroided. Look, all your stats are back to level 1.
Sora goes, oh well, gosh darn, ain't that convenient? I mean inconvenient.
There's no time. Go to the Colosseum from Hercules and hang out with Danny DeVito.
Okay. Also, Lee is a Keyblade wielder now. And Kairi. I am so tired. And that takes us to Kingdom Hearts 3. Sora's gotta train, Riku and Mickey gotta rescue Aqua, Kairi's got to maybe develop into a character, and Xehanort is off somewhere trying to get the 7 pieces of light and the sex club to go to prom together. What'll happen? Will
The sex
Xehanort
club.
reassemble the Keyblade only for Yen Sid to pull a King of Red Lions and be like, I made this? Will the Disney and Final Fantasy characters actually have any kind of bearing on the overall plot? Will we meet a character without pointy anime hair? Will we get to befriend him over the course of our journey, and then in our final moment of need his hair pointifies and he saves the day? Will Goofy say a swear? Let's Goofy swear!
Gosh.
Feel? Hello, if you feel like you don't have quite enough Kingdom Hearts coursing through your veins, you can watch the 7-hour live stream that started this
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Listen, bro. I'm gonna subscribe to you because I like the way you did everything. Thank you for informing me. Everybody, please go follow Barry Kramer? Please, link to this will be in the description of the video. I appreciate all who watched and stuck with me. Kingdom Hearts fans, I feel very, very, very bad for you all. I don't know how you all live with this. Like the last time, look, Kingdom Hearts 4. What was this released at the PlayStation thing like a couple years ago? And this shit was hard. Like I seen this trailer on my TikTok. Like I said, I've been getting nothing but trailers for things, so I'm gonna have to play because I want to play this. This should look hard. But I'm seeing comments in the TikTok. Say we not getting this till like 2065.
が望む結末ではなかったと絶望するのなら他の世界に退場すればいい選択肢は無限にあるはずだ
Yo, when I first watched this on my TikTok, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, damn, this shit hard. The heart resides within the soul. Damn, see? The heart resides within the soul, which in turn is guided by fate to its rightful place. Without that, you'll be heartless, bro. And you'll be a nobody. The choice is yours once more. Bro just came back from traveling through time. I don't know the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3, but damn. Bro woke up and bro has amnesia. Bro doesn't know where he's at. That's not Kairi, right? That's not. I forgot her name. It starts with the N. You've been asleep since you arrived in this world 7 days ago. This is the Quadratum. This is a world full of life. After you and I, it's similar to Afterworld, I suppose. Is that a Darkling, bro? Not bugging, right? But like a larger version? Hold on. I gotta make sure this shit is in like the most crispest. Look how fire that is, bro. Bro's piercing the heavens. Bro's in Gurren Lagann. Bro thinks he's Shimon.
一度退場すれば元の世界に戻れると思うな。
So I see two people. I see two people. So they're traveling through the darkness.
手がかり見つかるといいね。おい、どこへ行くんだ。
So they're traveling through the darkness looking for Sora. So basically Sora went forward in time then. That's what I'm gonna assume. I don't know, but I just watched something. Maybe. I don't know, bro. But that was hard. That was fire. Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary event. A recap video of this event will be available at a later date. Let's look at the comments. Sora's metamorphosis is finally completed. He turned from a Disney character into a Final Fantasy character. Today marks the 1-year anniversary since this revealed. Guys, it's been 2 years. See you in another 8. Today marks 3-year anniversary since the reveal. Here's to 5 more. 2050 is going to be one hell of a... That's one of the comments I've seen. But some guy said 2065, bro. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. His video was very informative. He took the time. And considering the fact that he has a 7-hour... He sat through this for 7 hours. When I was looking through all of these videos, I looked at each single one. I said, you know what? I could watch the 17-minute one and it be really like quickly informative. Or I could watch something that's going to be very genuinely entertaining to me. And yeah. Instead, I chose to watch the entire timeline. I'm gonna end up watching Kingdom Hearts 3 on the next one, and then whatever else I've missed. And if I've missed anything else, please inform me in the comments. With that being said, thank you guys all. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. It's been your boy Number 7. Love, peace, chicken grease. Peace.